like, very nice, but terrified of everything. And we found out that he was, like, when he saw a whip, his eyes would roll back in his head and he was gone. And he was the only horse that I can actually say that I was definitely scared of. Not at first, and then when we tried jumping with him, it was just bad news. He bucked me off and then kicked me in the face.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then I got back on him. Not the same day because I had to go to the hospital, but about 3 days later, and he reared up and went over backwards. Like, I bailed off before he landed on me, thankfully, but then he got up and tried to chase me out of the ring, like...
Holy crazy horse.
Yeah.
I know that I don't know if there's a stallion in Alberta. I'm not that fond of him for his... Like, he's nice, but he's a Dracaena called Heartstopper.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a nice horse, like, gorgeous horse. But there's a bunch of the babies at this barn that I was at, and they all had this propensity to rear if you pushed on them. And it seemed like a common trait, like, along the babies. Like, they weren't being abused or anything. They just would kind of pop up a bit.
Yeah.
And I really noticed it among the babies, that they all kind of did this. And so, I mean, some of it's just their personality, right?
Yeah. Well, you're always going to have a little bit of that. You're always going to be more inclined to buck or rear. Yeah. My mom had a horse when she was growing up who, when it got mad, would sit down. That's all it would do. But then it wouldn't get up. I've never seen a horse do it, but she has pictures.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's funny because at the time she was doing reining, and he'd get pissed off going to a sliding stop and just sit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I guess she had a couple friends out, and they decided they were going to jump on, and he got mad and slid into a stop and sat down, and the girl went flying into his head, so she looked like a necklace around his neck. Yeah. It's funny the little things they'll do. Probably shouldn't talk. I'm recording right now.
There's snow at the other end there.
Yeah. It's definitely white. Maybe they had the door open.
Okay.
Oh, it's cold in here.
I better sit down.
Do you...
Sit here and jump